home the modern way, and the modern way is bright and gay with the modern soap. It's Puritan. Hooray!
At Bretton Woods, New Hampshire, delegates from 44 allied and associate countries arrived for the opening of the United Nations Monetary and Financial Conference. Invited by President Roosevelt, they will work in the seclusion of this White Mountains resort.
Summing up the importance of Bretton Woods, Mr. Vinson says,
"Ours is a mission of peace, designed to establish the economic foundations of peace on the bedrock of genuine international cooperation."
and here's some really good news.
We recommend you to use
What we have done in the West is to support rulers whose policies have been devastating to the poorest in the third world. Absolutely devastating. We have kept them afloat.
Ours is a free enterprise society with an egalitarian base.
Why should the Filipino people now, having got rid of the dictator Marcos, repay money that he got from the World Bank, much of it which he and his cronies pocketed?
Well, I don't know how much of the World Bank money he pocketed. There are a lot of procedures.
We know he pocketed quite a bit, you would agree.
Of the World Bank money, I would disagree.
Talk about whiteness.
That's honest to goodness whiteness.
Good morning. Welcome to Regent Hotel.
The IMF has been created for the world's sake, not for the rich nor for the poor. It is able to promote free trade, and through free trade, more growth, more employment, more well-being in the world.
Here's New Blue Vim.
So wonderfully smooth and kind to my hands.
Contains germicide, gets at the germs you can't see.
Grease and stains just vanish. Contains bleach, too. What I like is the lovely smell, like spring flowers. It properly cheers you up.
What? One powder for all that?
And here's some really good news.
We recommend you to use
Hi, I'm Kevin. I'm from England, and I work here at the World Bank.
Hi, I'm Mahua. I'm from India, and I work here at the World Bank, too.
Now, the World Bank is no ordinary bank. Its role is to lend money to the governments of its poorer members, often called developing countries.
It attempts to portray itself as an institution looking out for the interest of not only poor countries, but for poor people within those countries.
The main focus of the bank is poverty alleviation.
That has never been the case. The bank is pushing the interest or promoting the interest of countries in the first world and for an elite sector in the third world.
I resigned from the World Bank on the same basis as I resigned from the fund, because I thought the World Bank operations were massively against the interests of developing countries, and there was nothing I could do as a staff member of the World Bank to change those attitudes.
I don't come away with the perspective that you have at all.
Do you agree the World Bank destroys tropical forests?
No. No, I don't think we do.
I would disagree.
Talk about whiteness.
That's honest to goodness whiteness. The World Bank spent hugely in directions which certainly don't benefit the poor, and quite often actually harm them. Unviable industrialization, like nuclear plants, steel plants, immensely expensive highways, which becomes impossible to maintain, petrochemical complexes, often in the jungle.
As you can see, development can be successful.
What's that to do with the position of the poor? Always development, for that matter.
You just cannot rest for a minute, because if these institutions really proceed, then they would go on till the world is destroyed, the planet really comes to an end, and the human communities are really shattered.
And here's some really good news.
We recommend you to use
the misrepresentations that we were doing in the country of a statistical nature and of a non-statistical nature too was so tremendous that I thought, as a professional economist, I just could not keep going and be part of that fraud.
Countries severely indebted have made progress toward better internal equilibrium at a very high cost indeed, and very frequently not enough.
I can't accept the premise that adjustment hurts the poor automatically. In fact, the poor don't have much to look forward to.
In every home, in your home, germs may lurk unseen, breeding, multiplying. Wipe them out with...
When the cost of living increases beyond the capacity to survive, people go out into the streets and they protest. And then they are shot down with the imported military equipment which countries got into debt to purchase in the hundreds.
And here's some really good news.
We recommend you to use
We have before us for our formal approval the most important trade agreement in history. This agreement will lead to an unprecedented opening of markets.
It will reform trade in agricultural goods, opening up new export opportunities for farmers in every country.
Talk about whiteness.
That's honest-to-goodness whiteness.
White can be even whiter.
I've never seen such whiteness.
White strength for your washing.
Live with white and love it.
Shining white.
Whiter all the way through. Even white nylon stays whiter.
Just that important bit white.
Double whitening power.
The World Trade Organization, if it's ratified by the U.S. Congress, will be an instrument of transnational corporations that the White House has achieved alongside the European Union governments to overrule domestic laws.
It will destroy a way of life, a culture, the very basis of what we believe in here in America, which is rural life, community life.
Have your answer, not somebody else's!
challenges of development concern all of us.
The burden carried in the third world is not just their problem. It's our problem.
And you know, if it's a help to them, in the end it helps the whole world.
We're all in this together. Good luck to you all and good night.